Prince Andrew is reportedly resisting his brother's wishes for him to move out of his current residence and into Frogmore Cottage, the former home of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Andrew has lived in Royal Lodge, located in Great Windsor Park, since 2004, and resides in the 30-room mansion with his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York. However, it recently emerged that King Charles III has requested that Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle vacate Frogmore Cottage, with the intent of offering the keys to the Duke of York. Now, a royal commentator has claimed Andrew will not have a choice in his relocation and may be dragged kicking and screaming from his home. Russell Myers, co-host of the Pod Save the King podcast and royal editor at the Daily Mirror, claimed the Duke is digging his heels in when it comes to giving up Royal Lodge, but that the disgraced royal may not have a say in the matter. Speaking on the latest episode of the podcast, he said, "It's unpalatable for the British public, and perhaps for the family, for Andrew to still enjoy the spoils of royal life when he has disgraced the family so much." Andrew stepped down as a working royal over his association with Jeffrey Epstein. Last year, he reached a multi-million-pound settlement with Virginia Roberts Giuffre, who accused him of sexually abusing her when she was 17. The Duke of York vehemently denies the allegations, and his lawyers say the agreement is not an admission of guilt. While the commentator went on to acknowledge that Andrew has always denied wrongdoing in regards to Ms. Giuffre's case, he argued the king should not take care of the £400,000 a year upkeep for Andrew to remain in Royal Lodge. Harry and Meghan told they are powerless without royal family status in coronation, warning Meghan Markle and Prince Harry need to remain royals more than the royal family need them, one commentator believes. Given Prince Harry's background, the titles he and Meghan bear and the interest people around the world have in the royal family, reputation and crisis management expert Edward Coram James believes it would be beneficial to the California-based pair to continue to latch onto the firm. Even if he has benefited kindly from the late Queen's will, even if his ex-wife Fergie has got a 22-book deal and she's doing very well, even if they have got money swishing around, as Andrew argues he does because he doesn't want to leave Royal Lodge, I think the decision will be taken out of his hands, Mr. Myers claimed. That's certainly my understanding, that he's digging his heels in. He's not going to leave. The commentator continued, he might find himself in a position where he does not have a choice, adding, and whether he's dragged kicking and screaming is another matter. Andrew signed a 75-year lease for £1 million on Royal Lodge, which was the home of his grandmother, the Queen Mother, until she died in 2002. Over the years, he has spent approximately £7.5 million repairing and renovating the property, and the estate could reportedly be worth £30 million if it were put on the market. From April, however, the Duke is expected to have his £249,000 annual allowance cut, meaning he would be left struggling to cover the cost of maintenance for his royal residence. A source told the Daily Mail earlier this year that Andrew was not being explicitly kicked out, but it's expected that he won't be able to afford the maintenance. They continued, Royal Lodge has a swimming pool, 98 acres of land, and is already in need of some repair. This is about Charles telling Andrew that he can use his own money to pay for things. The same goes for other members of the family, such as Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. However, following reports that the king had offered his younger brother Frogmore Cottage, The Sun quoted a source as saying Andrew remained resolute that he will stay at Royal Lodge and had not yet accepted the offer to move. The Duke's former wife, with whom he shares daughters Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, was asked whether there are plans to relocate to Harry and Meghan's former home in a recent interview to promote her new book, A Most Intriguing Lady. The Duchess refused to comment. "This is really a matter for the Duke and His Majesty," Fergie told Hello. "All I will say is that for many years now, it started with my book, Budgie the Little Helicopter. I've really pushed to look after my girls and to contribute to the York family life." Recently the newspapers, have been saying that it's unfair of Andrew to ask this or to ask that. Well, since he stepped back from royal duties, he doesn't actually take taxpayers' money. And I'm in a position where I can support him and the rest of the family through my work. And I'm really pleased and proud to do that. Don't miss. Poll: should William and Kate move to Royal Lodge? Poll: Frogmore Cottage, the hideaway long used to shelter embattled royals. Insight: Prince Andrew urged to downsize from £30 million royal property. Latest: now, however, it has been reported that Princess Eugenie has moved into Frogmore Cottage, the property supposedly set aside for the Duke of York. The princess and her husband Jack Brooksbank moved into the Windsor home 2 weeks ago, according to a source. They told OK! Magazine Prince Harry couldn't be happier for his cousin, with whom he is known to share a close relationship. Recent reports suggested Eugenie and Jack may have been considering a move across the pond, in part fueled by Jack being offered a promotion at the US-based firm Discovery Land Company, which means he would be spending more time stateside. But according to the insider, Eugenie, who is mother to 2-year-old August and expecting a second child, is determined to have the baby in the UK and bring up her children in England. The source said, the Sussexes are disappointed by the move but couldn't be happier that Eugenie and Jack will take it over. They have been staying there on and off for the past few years anyway. They went to see Harry and Meghan last month in California. They took over some small personal belongings left in the property. They were also helping to box up items at Frogmore to be shipped over to California. Andrew is delighted that his daughter will take over the property for the time being. Another source said the couple would be living at Frogmore temporarily, but Buckingham Palace had no long-term plans for them to stay there.
Now take